book yet, but... This sucks, though, because I was playing it off stream while listening to audiobooks, and I liked what I had installed. Anyway, so it is just one then, Willie? One? Okay, cool. Oh, that's amazing, Rach. I hope it's going well. And it's on all channels? Okay. Could be interpreted in several different ways. Darzog, how are you? You know what? I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask you. Hi, Savvy! And you're doing good, babe? You're doing okay? You're doing good? I can't believe we're playing with vanilla. I don't even have that much money. I can't even spawn items. Thank God I got my chest set up the other day. Can we just look at this again? I did so good. I did so good. Okay, I don't know if I can make trail mix. I'm gonna see if I can go to the inn to make trail mix. But we also need money, so I might go fishing after that. You're doing much better? Hell yeah. Yeah, it was so recent, Cheese. I wonder if it was even just like within the last little bit. Oh, I already gifted you for today. Sorry. Just throwing stuff at him. What does trail mix need? I need chestnuts. The water chestnuts are going to be on the left side of the map. Yeah, you're going to get it? Hell yeah. You're going to enjoy yourself. I know you are. I know you are. Yeah, I think there's certain sub badges that are 2, but if you just want the Audible Premium, it's 1. And again, I'm telling you as somebody that uses Audible for audiobooks, this is a freaking steal, okay? Please don't think I'm saying this for you to gift subs on my... You can gift them to anybody that you want. Spread the love around. But this is such a good freaking deal, you guys. That's why I was like, what? How does it work? Because I'm going to take advantage of it. Willie got Carl's undies for 1. Okay, so the Princess Donut ones are 2 gifted subs probably, right? I want underpants. The upgraded tools are still there? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like the ones that I already have here myself? So I think the stuff that I already spawned... Sorry, I didn't realize I had my music still on. The stuff that I spawned prior to the update is still going to be in there. Well, I guess better than nothing, right? Okay, I need at least 3. Good. I can be your wiki for the day. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if she was streaming this morning or later. Oh, what is this? Is that gonna count? Also, who wanted this? Josephine did. Okay. Oh, shit. I don't have the hover anymore. Okay, I think Josephine is in here, right? This is Josephine. Yes? Yes. Thank you. Okay, good. Very good. Then we'll fish. Steph! Thanks so much for gifting out a subby to Todd. It is very, very, very appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Audible. Is it normal? No, Jess. Baby, I'm going to show you something. Do you mind? Can we pause? Jess, please don't think that you're derailing because I want to show you something. I'm pretty sure I still have this, unless it's... Shit, it might be on my computer. I mean, it might be on my phone. Can I check for a second? Air clips. Top of all time. I don't think it's going to have my old ones on here. Because I think this was before, like, the big DMCA, and then we were all deleting stuff. Okay, probably not. All right. So when I first started streaming, okay, I had one monitor. I had a Dell desktop. I had Twitch chat going on my iPad. Okay. I had a really terrible pale ass camera, we all start out with nothing. Nothing. This has all been built up from the last 9 years. So I promise you, start with whatever you have. And as an added bonus, you might not like it, right? So wouldn't you feel worse if you spent $1,000 on something that you don't want to do? Number 2, if you're going to try and do an upgrade, say you're like, okay, I don't care about X, Y, and Z. Maybe you're not using a camera, whatever. Your audio is the most important. So for that, there's always a lot of sales with Elgato, Logitech, different mics like that. Like $100, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. Like if you really want to. Because a lot of people treat Twitch streams as podcasts. A lot of people will lurk, right? So the audio is more important than the visual stuff. But again, if you don't have like an extra $100, you can hold off. Oh my God, Steph, I genuinely love them. That's so cute. And I love that it's an additional badge to like wherever you are. Willie, I see yours too. Underpants. So if anybody is looking for a really good way of trying to level up your fishing fast, I like going over to this section, trying to see if there's any big fish. Okay, so like these types of shadows. Because they'll actually give you essence and will let you level up faster. And then you're like, oh my God, you only have tiny fish left? Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back out right over here. We're gonna go back in. The fish are gonna respawn. So it's a way to grind it out. It's kind of like going to the same floor in the mines. We got some now big fish over here that we didn't have before. Oh, nice. And there's a Logitech coupon. Let's go. What's in this copper treasure box? It's good. Oh my God, Darzog, we're having a ball, baby. We're having a ball. Why aren't the other fishies over here? Oh, that's a big one. I think I'm going to make some nice cash tonight. Oh, I'm glad that you love it, Dancer Gal. I know Lauren works so hard on those. Darzog, how are you doing? Turtle. Oh yeah, I should really go through these and see what I need for the museum. I need that one. Ooh, fish stew. We already got that one. So just one. The rest I can sell. You know what? While I'm out and about, I'm going to go to the museum. Oh, yeah, totally. Even if it's a way to get yourself talking more. Yeah, no. Honey, you know how we operate in here. I do not think that at all. We had a brand new person come in today asking me about streaming. Like, that's not... I know that not every channel does the same thing, but please. I promise you that I would mention something. It's you. Hi, Olive. Hi, beautiful. How are you doing today? Olive, I've been doing a lot of modded Mistria. They pushed out an update today and all my mods broke. And I'm really upset about it. So now I have to play mostly vanilla. And I don't know how I'm going to live, laugh, and love in this really difficult time. Oot and about! Ah, very good. Very good. Well, I hope that you get a nice treat on the way home, Darzog. Because you deserve it. I know! I guess so far, but when I fix the lag issue, or I should say when I fix the lag issue, I did notice that, like, I would have to, maybe after 1 or 2 hours, I would have to restart the game. So I guess we'll see for that. It seems fine right now. Maybe that was what they pushed out. Oh, was it? Was so bad for you yesterday? Yeah, I still don't understand that. Hi, kitty! Nexus. If you do ! mods, those are all of the mods, I think -2, that I have installed. But I will say that with today's current update, the mods have not been updated right now. So you won't be able to use them immediately, but they should be updated hopefully over the weekend. Oh my god, there's so many fish in here. How did I fix the lag? I'll show you, sweetheart. So for some people, they ended up like checking their graphics card settings, and I said, I don't want to get involved with that. I want to try and see if I can change things in the game to do it. So I ended up going over into my settings. All right, very good. I ended up going over into my settings and then go to graphics, and there's 2 things that I want you to try and fix. The first one, switch to full screen. I prefer to do windowed so I can easily tab out when I'm streaming, but switching to full screen and then capping your frame rate at 60 helped me. Now, that's not to say that I still didn't experience lag every once in a while, but it wasn't as continuous or like unplayable as it was before. Okay, I gotta open up that. Do we need anything else? I think that's it, right? I can sell all this other stuff. Oh my god, Mama's making money! What's the artifact? Moon high, baby! Ooh, rusted treasure chest. I'll take you. You're welcome! You're so welcome. Yeah, give it a go. If it doesn't work, I would head over to Reddit and try the graphics card workarounds. Oh, hold on. This is the selling chest, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm selling you. Do I need this for anything? Yeah, I should keep it. I love the turtle. I'm gonna sell you, and you. Okay. What have I been using this for again? Yes, just for my items. And then in the mines? And then food. Good. I'm so glad that we fixed these chests the other day. I'm so glad that we took the time. Thank you. Oh, nettle. Awesome. I needed that as well. Good puppy. Hi, Lumi. I missed you too, Moon. We all did. How are you doing today? Do you have any plans this weekend? You'd keep the turnips since you can cook and say, oh, shit, you're right. You're right. I haven't gotten any new ones, so I should be cooking them. In fact, I bet there's more things that I could cook and sell right now. I wonder if I have enough money to buy my own cooking setup for my house. So today is the spring festival. Do you think I won? I only got 14. I don't think I won. I won on my other account. Hi. I think I got like 2nd place. Okay, bye. Can I do anything with the strawberries? Can I also turn these into jam? Ooh, copper fishing rod. Joke's on you, I've got a mistral. I almost said that I got a mistress. Fields of Maidens. All right. Hi, Dr. Cat. How's it going? Hi, Jessie. Oh, no worries. Oh, my God. I hope that you have an amazing school year. I know that we'll probably in the future have an occasional night stream or weekend stream, and we would love to see you. I hope your school year goes amazing. Seriously. And also, if you find yourself, you know, that you have a a free day, you're sick, you've got a holiday, we would love to have you back anytime. Please don't feel weird if it's been a while, okay? This goes for you and everybody. I would rather see you when you have the time than not see you at all. And I never am like, oh my God, Jesse, it's been like 6 months. Like, I would never do that to somebody. I would rather throw myself out of a window. But yeah, I hope you have a good school year. I was talking to one of my book club friends yesterday, and she got out so late. She got out like as late as you could in June, later than everybody else, and she's one of the first ones going back in Boston. I'm like, that's crazy. Poor Nicole. Feeding Frenzy. Okay, wasn't there another one that I had? Was it for archaeology? No, I guess that was it. Wood crafting. All right, I have 2-7. I want to see if I can get a stove myself later on today. I think that will be nice and important for me. Isn't it so evil? Dawn, hi. Hope you're having a good day. You should sell what you grow at least once for the recipes. Yes, we did find that out. That's my secret. You're always weird. Put Celine in her place. Oh. I came in third! Fuck you, Celine. Okay, am I kind of weird? So, like, she headed this whole thing. I think that she took some of my bouquets and she put it in her bouquet. I don't feel good about this. I think she's a cheater pumpkin eater. I'm not even joking, because you can see it because you win that flower crown. In my other save, I won. I really did. Rigged. I'm going to end up selling that because I'm upset. Get out of my way. Where's my man? Does he know that there are strings attached, though? Don't talk to me about your daughter right now. I don't care. It's loved by everybody. Oh, okay. Scent of Spring. I don't want the other ones. I don't want to waste my money. You know? You know what I mean? What else is over here? The wreath. I don't want that. Tea. I don't want that. What is this? What is this setup? She kind of is a Nepo kid. Technically, she's the kid of the family that runs the general store. So you're not too far off by saying that. Yeah. But yeah, so I really prefer the cow-shaped donuts. And again, I got this because of the item spawner. But I wonder how well it competes with the Scent of Spring. All right. Adeline needs a turnip. Chat, we have a romance quest or a friendship quest. We have something with Baylor. I need to go see my man. Everybody shut up. Do I take my pants off now or do I wait? Unloading job. That's not what I signed up for. I know the mark, Baylor. We won't take charity. I couldn't pull the wool over your eyes if I tried, Nora. I'm making my share off your order, I assure you. Baylor. I do love our talks, but you'll have to excuse me. I've got business to attend to with Violet. And my business? You are incorrigible. Saves time later! Borrow Carl's undies. Thanks for waiting. Sorry to put you in the position of being my out. Why would Nora complain about low prices? Why indeed? I'll make sure there's something extra in your payment for today's work. Like what? I'm going to finish organizing these. Could you start taking the boxes into the general store? Sure. Saves time later. Carl's undies are Baylor's. So does Nora think that something is up? She's a math gay. Look at her. Also, I know that she married Holt, but that doesn't mean anything. Oh my god, look at my muscles. Oh, I'm tired. It's the most peculiar thing. I have no idea how he does it, but Baylor's the only one with a supply line into Mistria. Normally, that would drive his prices up. But that man, he's selling his goods for well below the new market value. Do you think he's selling stolen merchandise? Ma'am, it ain't none of my business. I like the morally gray, so in fact, I hope he does. Came off the back of a truck. Trying hard not to laugh at your desk. Tall, dark, and mysterious. Okay. I'm into it. I'm into it. Yeah, let's go check in on Reese and see if I can buy my own kitchen. Listen, if Baylor wanted me to know, he would have told me. Ooh, I got another good one. We got 3 stuff to bring to the museum right now. I'm sure he is totally legit. That's what I think, too. That's what I think, too. Okay. Yeah, level 1 kitchen. A simple kitchen used for making 1 to 2 star dishes, 0 to 19. We're doing it. I'll go to the museum and then we'll bring that home. And I'm going to see if I can just grind out some cooking right now for more money. I like money. Stay calm, everybody. I just love... Oh, Dozy! Have a good, nice spring festival, you too. Chat. Let me know. Put a 69 in the chat if you would commit crimes on behalf... Commit? What? Commit crimes on behalf of Dozy. That sweet baby could do no wrong. And I will fight for everything. We got that. Ooh! We got the spring forage set, you guys! I got so many trinkets. Wait, this is so exciting. I got beds? Oh, I got my yellow bed. And then I can craft the spring beds. Honestly, I want to wait until my item spawner stuff is back. Like, I don't think I want the yellow one right now. I think I'm just going to sell it. I'm trying to think how best we can operate today with the mostly vanilla save. I know Dozy's little blushies. Is Dozy a boy or a girl? It's a girl, right? She wants the pink one? Well, no, but I want it to look different than my other farm. Because my other farm right now has the yellow bed. So I'm thinking maybe we do more of like a cottagecore one in here. Oh, I didn't open up the chest either. Oh, a mocha. I'm going to sell that. Okay, sell, 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 sell. I'll keep you, sell. I'll keep you. Should I keep the strawberries right now? Probably. Do I have room in here? I just feel like the kitchen shouldn't be outside. Oh my god, it's so little! Wait. Maybe I can actually keep the fireplace with that. Hold on. How big is this? Okay, if I put that there. Look at my little kitchen, you guys! Okay. A very good boy. Oh, Dozy is a boy. Okay. Josie. Oh, that's so cute, though. Band gives his chocolate. Dozy has a minor in business? Okay, well, Dozy is best baby. Very good baby. Oh, no? You're going to save the $20 discount for it? Nice, though, Steph. Very nice. Okay, what else can I make? I can make 2 sliced turnips. Does anybody want my sliced turnips, chat? I've somehow not burned anything. This is crazy. And then I can make 2 baked potatoes. That sounds delicious. Chat, do you like baked potatoes? And if you do, what do you put in your baked potato? What's like the perfect baked potato for you? I'll go first. I need an obscene amount of butter. Okay? We open it up, we start with butter. All right? Okay? And then we do bacon bits. Preferably not real bacon. I know. I understand. But I like them crunchy and crispy, the kind that you can put on a salad. I do that. And then I do cheese. And then if I'm not at home because it's a waste because I'm the only one that eats it. But if I'm out, I'll do sour cream on top. But that's it. Oh, garlic. Yes. Scattered high, babe. How are you doing? How are you doing? Genuinely all the butter. Yep. Cheese. Yep. Salt. Ranch dressing. Wait. I feel like that would slap. Jess. That, I want to try a jacket potato, but beans don't sit good with me anymore. And by that I mean like, sorry, let me rephrase. I want to try your version of a loaded potato. Y'all will do beans and then will you do gravy too sometimes? Hi, sweetheart, how are you doing? I don't like sour cream on most things. Well, I shouldn't say on most things. Why would you put it on most things? But I'm not a huge fan of sour cream. Only on like specific things, and one of them would be a baked potato for me. Like for tacos, I don't like sour cream on there. A burrito bowl or something, no sour cream for me. Not a fan, not a fan. And then, is it foraging that we put this under? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna buy some more seeds while we're at it. Because we do have more money. Ranch dressing, is it great? Salted butter, cheese, green onions. Oh, nice. Not absolutely necessary. Beans and cheese or I've heard about the tuna. I feel like the tuna would fucking slap. I love tuna. I love it. I think it would be amazing. No gravy on baked potatoes. Okay. Were they out? Kubu, no barking at the neighbors. We just got fresh eggs. And basil. They're outside mowing their lawn. Wasn't that so nice, though, this morning? I'm probably going to do it for tomorrow, but I'm going to make them tonight. I'm going to make us egg cups with them. And by that, I mean egg muffins. Like, it's super easy to make. But I use muffin tins just to make it easier. Oh, cheese. Broccoli. Wait. That's a great way to get some veggies in. And I like broccoli. You're giving me so many ideas. Chat, my grocery list is going to be so expensive this week. Dozy and Juniper met in college. Juniper responds with, a degree in cuteness? Don't be ridiculous. He did a minor in business, though. I love that. Yeah. Fresh cut green onion, though. I wish I could handle it. But then again, I had stuffing the other day with full-on onions in it, and I was okay. So I might be able to get a little adventurous now. I might. Ooh, 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 ooh. What are we on? The 17th, and these need 4 days to grow. I think I'm going to do 20 of them. Yeah. Is there anything else in here that I can buy right now? Did we need sugar for something? Okay, I'm going to do that. Flour used for baking. Shit. Maybe I buy one to see what I need it for. Rice. Used variety cooking. I already have oil, soy sauce, chocolate, curry powder. I'll buy this for now. Oh, I used to love sweet potatoes, and then I had one that tasted too much like squash for me. I haven't been able to eat them since, but Kip loves sweet potatoes. One of our favorite restaurants, this is where I get my really nice pub burger. They do sweet potato fries, but they're waffle fries. And they're a little spicy. And Kip loves them. Loves them. Oh my God. Oh, Lumi, you're amazing. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I promise we don't always talk about food, but it's just one of those days. I don't think this is going to look good, but it's just going to be here, okay? Don't judge me, chat. That's what it was for the jam. I knew I needed something. Oh, wait. No, I did have enough. I knew it. I meant to do this all along. Oh. Yeah, Kip loves it. And Kip gets, when we go to the same place. Do y'all, okay, dumb question. If you go to a restaurant and you get something and you love it, you keep getting that same thing, right? You have restaurants that, you know, you're like, oh, we're going to go to Applebee's. You're like, awesome. I know what I'm getting. It's the thing I get all the time. Because that's what Kip and I do. And my aunt the other day was like, why don't you try something different? I'm like, why? I like what I like there. Anyway, so when we go there, my new thing to get there is the pub burger. And I get it with tater tots. And then Kip does the fried fish tacos with the sweet potato fries. Yeah, my aunt was like, oh, you should try something new. I'm like, well, technically I did. Because I used to get the chicken Caesar salad there, and I had to stop getting that, so. She's like, oh, yeah, me and your uncle, when we go different places, or we go to the same places, we get different things. I'm like, okay, that's great. Oh, that sounds amazing, Jess. Wait, really? Wait, how do I press and hold? Is just with the mouse? Occasionally, yeah. I can press and hold a watering can. Oh, sick. I need to do that. I can only make one because I only had one bread. You order at every visit? Yeah. I know, in this economy, what if I don't like it? Then I spent $25. My taste buds yearn for what they know. Oh, we got wild berries out of that. It's a different button. So it's the press and hold. Pick up one. Is it the charge tool? Is that what you're talking about? Hold on, I want to try this out. I don't know what I would... I have to go back. Like if I wanted to hoe a large section, right? Would it be this? Oh! That's amazing, dude. Okay. Okay. So then I can do that with watering too then, right? Brother. Okay. Well, you didn't need to do that. Okay. I gotta start doing that then. Sorry, excuse me. And you can wait with every tool? Now, what do you hold on? Hold on. Where's chicken? Oh! This whole time in the mines, I've been clicking one rock at a time. Brother! That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm so happy. Thank you for telling me. Do I not have... Did I put the berries in here? I must have. Could I not make more jam? Were we using strawberries for the jam? Well, oh no, it's not that. It's I need more sugar. Okay. And that... The spring salad is something. Vegetable soup. I need basil for that. Miner's mushroom stew. Tuna. Oh, we should fish at the beach. Candied strawberries. I do remember that. Caramel candy. Where can I make my own butter? Latte. I need a coffee though for that. LA, we'll see you soon. Take care, take care. Oh my God, chat. I forgot to buy animals. Wait, do I have a chicken? Oh my God, I have one singular chicken. I haven't been taking care of her. Oh, my chicken. This is my baby. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Do you have food? Oh my God, I almost made you starve. Okay, well now it's late for you, so now that you've been... Hey, so chat, I didn't set up the fence correct. How the fuck did you get out? How did you get out? We gotta fix this. Where did the chicken get out? How? What are you doing? Go inside. What are you doing? Don't you dare! How did my chicken get out? No, Scatter, but I still feel bad. I feel really bad taking care of pixelated animals. Oh, the mill. Okay, okay. I don't always love it either, Jesse, because I forget about them and then I feel like a terrible person. Chat, I need your help. What did I screw up over here? Should I just maybe be connecting the fence like the whole way around? Fuck, but I can't do that because I don't have my item spawner. All right. Too close to the right side? Okay. I don't think I'm going to have any time to fish. It's getting too late. We'll head back. Oh, it's too close to the fence. I understand. Okay. So it's more of like a glitch than the fact that she actually escaped. Okay. I'm going to have to wait for the item spawner because I don't think I have another. Wait. We do have more fence. Oh, thank God. Like this? That's okay. Shelby! One of my chickens tried to escape. Alright, so hopefully she won't escape from that now. We can only hope. Is this in this one? Yeah. Bye, Darzog. I hope it goes well. Take care. Dozy, thank you. Good baby. See, I don't mind Dozy because, like, I don't really have to take care. I'm not Dozy. Oh, my God. My dog, I don't really mind. Should be okay now? All right. Let's see how it looks in the morning time. Oh, wait. I made a lot of money. I think we can get a cow now. Ooh. And my stamina went up. Good news. Good news all around. Shelby, what were we reading? Wait, I like that. Hello, good morning. We've got a letter. I think it rained overnight, or it's raining right now. Town meeting. Dining room. Okay, we'll do that. Oh my god, thank you for the strawberry shortcake. Potatoes! Sorry, I got really excited, huh? Potato, 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 potato. Potato, tomato. I'm gonna cook our potatoes. Potato, 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 potato. Yeah. No, I do remember, but I didn't know if it was still raining right now or if it rained overnight. Hi, Tay. How are you doing? Kip was making dinner for us? Wait, I love that. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that. Okay, very good. Let me let my chicken out and see if we're okay now. Oh, my chicken is full sized. All right, hold on. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm not paying attention to you right now. Chicken. Chicken. You escape artist! I think I'm gonna have to fence the whole thing in. But I can't escape it, so how is she? Like, none of these I can sneak through. She's staying inside. I can't deal with her shit right now. This bull hickey right now. Oh, yeah, it is currently raining out. Yeah. That's so funny to me. Okay, I'll try and do that. I'm not in the mood to do it right now, but that's fine. That's fine. Hi, toasty cozy girl. Chickens are smaller than people. You think she's getting through, like, the slats of the fence? Is that what you're gonna try and tell me right now? Wait, what Frozen song? Oh, is there anything over here that I can use? I always keep forgetting to check Baylor's. Ooh, a pink diamond. Accessory plant. Chess peas. I don't like any of these ones. Wait, the sewing tin is cute. Oh, my yarn basket. No, we have to buy animals today. We can't do it, chat. We did this for everything. We'd be poor. They can, which is why I really want to make sure that she's not going too wild, but... Yay! Awesome. Under seaweed? Under seaweed, under seaweed, under seaweed. Do I have that? Where's Baylor? Reindeers are better than people. Oh. I feel like that actually holds true. Where do I have to go for this next main one? 21 to 39 of the mines? Okay. Lost and found. Oh, they're gonna make the lost and found. Yeah. Adeline. Under seaweed, under seaweed. Life is better, downwards better, under seaweed, do. Can I be so honest with you right now? Oh, I don't want to exit this, but you know what? I am gonna exit it because I already we're making the thing for the lost and found. Yep. So y'all know about the stupid AI stuff going on for Twitch, right? I thought, have they thought this through with like the certain video game IPs? Because if a channel keeps that stuff on, a video game is going to get scrapped. And I feel like there's got to be something legal there that is not computing. So I was like, if I knew I wasn't going to get in trouble, I would boot up Disney Dreamlight Valley, turn off streamer mode, and let their copyright music play and see if Daddy Mouse would go after them. I genuinely thought about that last night. I'm like, wow, this is an amazing idea. But if I didn't have to worry about losing my house... Randy, thanks so much for 25 streams. Oh, did it, Lauren? You love that idea? You never go up against Daddy Mouse and win. That's all I'm saying, babe. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, Disney versus Amazon. Good luck to you. Oh, man. Oh, man. I know, it's so good. Oh. The two bitches to be scared of are the House of Mouse and Mr. Nintendo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't something recently happen with Nintendo and Pal World, or was that like a while ago? What else did I want to try and do today? I need a turnip. Monster Horn, no. What were we going to do? Oh, the cows. We want to go buy a cow. Lauren, thank you so much for the stretch and the hydrate. I don't have the water on me. Don't be mad. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Did they really? I'm surprised at that. Oh, nothing, Gabby. I had meant that like the new AI stuff that Twitch is implementing and stuff like that I was so pissed off about it that I was like, you know, one way to stick it to the man would be, you know, playing a Disney game and letting the Disney music get picked up and then Disney suing the hell out of Amazon. It did. Nintendo tried taking Power to court for... Oh, that's right. That's right. I do remember that now. Oh, have you been? Cows. We can get a single cow. I think I want to do a spotted cow. Chat, what should we call our cow? Hi, Caitlin. Me too, silly. And I would have loved to have been the one to make that happen. Oh, ad soon? Okay. Chat, quickly. Help me get a name for our sweet baby. Cowpat? Moo Cake? I think I'm going to go with Milky Way. Underweed. I'm going to go with Milky Way. Nice job, Shuby. We have a cow. Okay. I need to pause there. We got our ad coming up, and I promise you I'll grab some water. Oh, my TMJ. It's just like a headache right now. We'll be back in a few minutes. I love you. Enjoy. Me too. It's something about their big presence for me, Christy. We'll be back. Me and Milky Way will be back soon. Danny, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Hi, everybody. We're so back. Also, Lauren, I'm actually hydrating for you. Can we have another shout out for Danny Nation in the chat, please? Thank you so much again for the raid. I'm so sorry. I toddled off to use the restroom. Steph, thanks so much for gifting out a sub to Caitlin. Caitlin, baby, welcome back. Danny, I hope you had a great time with Helldivers 2 today. Chat, can I show you a clip before we get back into Fields of Mistria? Because I just watched a thing. Have you been seeing this on Twitch? The voicer changer thing, whatever. And it reminded me of one of my favorite clips of all time, the Soup Store. And I just really want to show it to you because it's a Friday and I think we all need a laugh. Danny, enjoy! Thank you so much, dude. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've been so good. Oh, was Lucy playing it earlier? Shout out to our general rankers, Almighty Tiza and Sam. Yeah, before we get back into, I just want to show you this clip. This doesn't have to do necessarily with voicer changer. It's just YouTube, but hold on.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I need your...
Hold on, wait. Going too fast. Okay, ready? I think I have to increase the volume on here. Hello, welcome to one of the greatest clips ever made.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. I'm buying clothes. All right, well, hurry up and come over here. I can't find them. What do you mean you can't find them? I can't find them. There's only soup. What do you mean there's only soup? It means there's only soup. Well, then get out of the soup aisle. All right, you don't have to shout at me. There's more soup. What do you mean there's more soup? There's just more soup. Going to the next aisle. There's still soup. Where are you right now?
I'm at soup.
What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
Fuck you. Anyway, when you ask why I am the way that I am, it's because of the early internet that built me. And that was one of the early internet clips that I remember. So if that was new for you, I hope you enjoyed it. And if it wasn't, I hope it made you chuckle either way. I'm at soup. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Let's go check on Milky Way, shall we? Oh, I know. The early internet was really very weird. I want to see our baby. Ah, look at Milky Way. Hello, Milky Way. I mean, listen, I want to make sure that there's a way for them to get back in if they're going to be escaping anyway, so I'm just going to remove that. I don't think they'll come all the way over here to eat. Will they? No, he's going. Yeah, they're going on that side. I think the crops will be okay for now. And then the mining, we put that there. And I didn't have to water our crops. So I'll put this away. Okay. Let's go to the mines. We still have plenty of time. Yeah, I could always fence the crops if I really need to. We'll see if they eat any while I'm away. Do they? Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. You guys let me know if you see anything too. In my other save, I put them on the right side, and I haven't had any of my crops eaten, but I think there's more distance, so... I also gave them playground equipment, and they really like that. Maybe selling you. Oh, shoot. I also haven't been by the dig site in a little bit. You can? What crops can you feed? Like, hand feed them? You'll love what I post. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Get out of my way. Do I need any of these things? I already contributed them, right? There'll be some nice stuff to sell. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. So if you hand feed them, you can get beads? Hi, Dean. I hope you're feeling better. Oh, that's right. We did the water seal the last time. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to practice this. Wait. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. I still feel like... Okay, I need y'all to calm down. I still feel like doing it one at a time is actually a lot faster. Is it just me? Am I just like the master clicker here? Like, do you see how much more ground I can cover just by doing it one at a time? I wonder if there's a mod you can like speed up the time. Oh, cook dishes too? I still need a horn. I don't know where you get a horn from. Oh, shit. All right, batter, batter. Oh. Okay, you know what? Leave me alone! Ooh, the winter mine. Okay, so but for this instance, like there's so many of them, it makes sense to do that over here. Oh. Brother. I like it though. It gives us options. Oh, yeah. I think in my other save I hit floor like 60 or something and I was like, holy shit. These mines get way more extreme than you would think. Nice, we made it to 25. I'm trying to leave. Will you let me leave? Oh, I got a horn! Good, I gotta keep this. You do when there's a big pile of rocks. That makes sense. Oh, do I need you? I did! Oh, you're so pretty. A waterfly. I love that. They are. Yes. The Mistral tools are the version of Iridium. Aren't they beautiful? I genuinely love that they're pink. Come here. Stop running from me. Why are you running? I'm gonna have a donut soon. I'd love to hit floor 30, hopefully. At least we're getting a good amount of experience points. This is a mimic, right? Throw one of your donuts for a surprise. Oh, is that the seaweed? The underweed? Nope, but I needed that for the museum. Wait, how do I throw it at? Do I have to separate it out? Wait, how do I do it? I throw one? Throw one. Oh my god, keep that! Oh my god, I got a coral table out of that? Oh, hell yeah. Get back over here. You keep hurting me, and I don't like it. I don't like you. You're being very rude. Bro, that was so good. Oh god, it's 8 o'clock. I don't know if we're going to be able to do several more floors. Get out of here. I'm not going to harm you, but don't piss me off. I'm not going to harm you, but don't piss me off. Oh, I can throw the stack? Okay, I thought I was going to lose them. I love that they're only hurting me for one because... Oh my god, stop it. I also have like the really good armor on as well. Oh, did you, Jesse? Was it a pain in the butthole? Hate that. I feel like they're never really around the entrance, but... Oh, I did get that. I got the whole stack back. Cool. I got a coral chair from that. Does he give out, like, coral sets of furniture? That's pretty sick. I have something over here to pick up, too. I don't know what it is. Oh, I don't have enough room. Sea grapes? Okay. Come on. We're gonna be, like, cutting it so close, you guys. I can't get out of here. I'll need 2 jades. Okay. Ah! Leave me alone. Oh! Stop it. Is this another one or is that separate? I can't take you. I don't have the capacity. Go, 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 go. We made it. We made it. We made it, you guys. Okay. What time do we pass out? Chat, what time do we pass out? Is it midnight? Boom, boom, boom. 2 a.m. Okay. Whew. Isn't there... I think that there is an achievement I haven't done yet where you have to fall asleep after 1:50, but before 2 a.m. You want to see if we can do it? Yeah, that was the one I was thinking about. Why don't we do it? I have things that we need to sell anyway. 3 different green forageables in that level of the mines. They all look this. They genuinely do look all the same. I was like, oh, yeah, I can clearly stack that. No, I clearly cannot. Monster weight crafting recipes. I'm gonna sell you. Guess I would put that in the mines, right? Thank you so much for the follow. I know we have to do that one. You're getting late. Hold on, I gotta call my babies in. Look at my widow cow. She's so cute. Did I get anything from you? But why didn't I get a trinket today? Little Milky Way. I can't remember what our dog is called. Is that terrible? Lavender. We have Lavender. Our first cow is Milky Way. And our first chicken is Kylo Hen. Okay, I'm just gonna like position myself appropriately. Okay, so if you throw the stack, the mimic eats one and then you get it all back. Yeah, I thought I had to separate it out. I got scared. Oh, Steph, I love the donut badge. So cute. Wasn't it raining? Do they not go outside when it's raining? If they're doing the forageable stuff? I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock right now. I can't take the credit. These were all named by chat. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I get it? Was I too fast? I didn't get it. Should I have waited longer? It didn't pop up for me. Oh, I got it. It just came up. Did you see it? That was a big delay. Don't scare me like that, game. Don't do that to me. Iron tools and armor. Deep sea soup recipe. Cabbage slaw recipe. Do you need a kitchen upgrade? I might. I probably could afford it by now. Nice. Deep sea soup. Yeah, that's what I think too. The day just had a changeover. Let's get some more watering done. And then we gotta spend some of our points checking on our animals. Oh, if it's raining or snowing, they stay inside. Gotcha. Now, what happens if you use a spell to make it rain? I'm assuming because it's a spell, they go outside? Because it's only temporary, right? Do, do, do. Hello, good morning, babies. Oh, sorry. Right, Willie? I was like, wait, what's happening? Yeah, I don't think they ate anything, which is really good. I want to cook my nips. Sorry. That's amazing, Deanna. Oh, I got an extra nip out of that. Back in I go. I love that when you're done cooking, you hold it up like, look what I made. I made this. It's just so funny to me. Hey, Chad, look what I made these. Do you want them? You can't have them. I'm selling them for money, but you could. Yeah, I just use the jump attack for like everything. Okay, cooking, I'm already on level 2, but I want to finish level 1 for everybody. Okay. Blacksmithing, which we really haven't done yet. And then we'll go back over to cooking. Seasoned? I don't know what these mean. Common or rare forageables, time to eat, reduce to 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm gonna be cheating for that. Bonus life infusion. I mean, I guess I have to get all of them anyway, so I'll get this one. Oh. Yeah. Like, look what I made. Oh. I think I got most of that chapstick on my teeth. Do not recommend. Do I have you? Are you an ant? I don't have you yet. Good. Oh, and who do we need to bring the horn to? Why does Holt want a monster horn? I feel like that should be studied. Copper net for hemlock. Is Holt in here? Yeah. Oh, and so is my husband.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to hear a secret. I got a line on a good deal. I'm meeting my contact tonight, and if everything goes well, then yours truly will be rolling in it by the time the deal is done. Good luck. Luck is the one thing that money can't buy. Or was that love? That sounded like a marriage proposal to me. So, I'll take it. What else was I trying to do? Oh shit, I should have kept one of those turnips. Okay. Oh, I have to speak with Adeline, actually. I've been ignoring her. Wait, did I not get this over here? Oh, that's right. We wanted the copper net, too. Yes, please. You're welcome. He's... I feel like he's running some sort of illegal business. But again, it's none of my business what my husband does. You know what I mean? Oh, no, wait. I shouldn't be going here. I have to go to the forge. I'm not mad about it, though. I think it makes things more interesting. It's like why I like March in one of my other playthroughs. I'm like, oh my god, he hates me? I can't wait until he loves me. Can I really not get one? Oh. Wait. Oh. Iron. Where's copper at? Copper's our first one, huh? I don't have a lot. We could just go back to the mines for some copper. Multi-season insects? No. What was going on up here was far before Kip. For both good and bad, I think. Okay, copper. No copy here. Floor 10? No. 15? Where do you get copper? Oh, I see it. You know what? I give up. You've beaten me down. I got a single piece of copper. That's crazy. Hi, Doc. See, even Doc understands. Monster core. Chat, you're a monster core. I've been lurking, but I had to. Well, I thank you for that, Doc. Leave me alone. Ooh. Hey. Hold on. Leave me alone. Ooh. The double wham and bam. What the fuck are you trying to do now? If I kill him, I know I get copper out of this. Fuck. Chad, am I winning baseball right now? Oh, I didn't get any copper out of it. Rude. I'm on like floor 16 in the mines. So I got that out of what, floor 15 or something? So like it's definitely early game.
Nice.
I'll take it. Oh yeah. After this floor, we're gonna be fine with copper. Oh, I'm caught. Leave me alone.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave now. Yeah, it's super early on. It'll help you a lot. We got another thing for the museum. We got that there. We did that. Is this all done too? Yeah. Nice. At least for now. I only have one item. Buried artifact set. That was so... I feel like that went on for so long. Usually it's 1 or 2 hits and then they're dead. Emma, enjoy. You're so welcome. Thanks for enjoying it. Oh. Shut up. So what do I need for this again? I need a shovel. I need 3... 2, 3... Right, he wanted a shovel? I have to double check this. No, he didn't. He wants a copper net. Which is still fine. We still had the correct amount. I love that it turned from goo into a net. Like in the blink of an eye. Okay. Everybody is at the inn early. Or about to be. They're rolling in. Get it? What? Okay. What is she on about? There you go. Enjoy. I'm not going to stay at the inn tonight. You don't get what? I'm confused. Caterpillar. Horsehair. I can't believe he's charging for wild berries, though. Maybe that's where he's making his money. He's ripping off people. Oh, I get it. No, I don't think they're that rare because we found a couple right now, but I don't think that I've been able to pick them up because my bags were already full. What is this? Sweet root. Monster shell. I'll keep that in there too. Red toadstool. I'm gonna sell the other things. No, not that. Okay. Do I have 10 spots that I can plant stuff? Yeah, I do. 4, 5, 6. Damn this tree. And I am gonna water them just so we don't miss a day in between. I feel like I'm gonna forget that Adeline is looking for something. Alrighty. Hi, Mrs. Grambo. How you doing? Happy day to you. Happy Friday. Cooking here. Time to eat. All right, good. Do you have anything else? No. All right. Chat. I think I'm going to call it here for today so that I can rest from this crazy week. So we'll be back on Monday. I don't know about what's happening next week. Like, there's nothing that's wild going on. Like, no new releases, no co-op plans. We have our Discord hangout this coming Wednesday, but that's about it. So it's going to be a cool, calm week. We'll figure out what we're playing. We might play more Fields of Mystery. We might switch it up. We'll see what's going on when I make the schedule on Sunday. That sounds good to everybody. I just saw a crumb on the table and it made me scared for a minute. Sorry. You're like, are you okay? The answer would be no. Everything is scaring me again. So bear with me. I will exit the game, or well, I just leave that there. Let's raid. Let's find a pal to raid. So bear with me. And we'll share the love, okay? Thank you so much again for hanging out today. Raid 1 in the chat for our beautiful followers. Raid 2 in the chat for our beautiful subbies. We're going to have a new Red Dead video in like 2-ish hours going out. So make sure you stop by there. Thanks again to Danny for the raid today. And if you're not already in the YouTube... In the Discord... What are you doing? Let's go raid Momo. They're playing Skyward Sword. And then I can gift a subby to Momo. And I can get Audible for 2 months. I like this. I like this a lot. All right. Say hi to Momo with me. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I'm not going to be super active in Discord because we're going to be getting cleaning stuff done. I'm also going to rest. So I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you in the Discord, or I'll see you in the comment section of the Red Dead video from today. All right? I love you guys. Bye! Be good babies!